Hey, what is up ladies and gentlemen, I'm Piglet here, and I'm from the likes of the Maxi Toys videos. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more Let's Play of Captain Toad Treasure Tracker for the Nintendo Wii U, Nintendo Switch, and Nintendo 3DS. So last time we actually did fully completely done with episode 2, to able to actually demolish every single enemy in the forms of any Battle Tower Blitz, and also as you can tell we've actually 100% through everything in episode 2. So, yeah. So today for this episode, folks, is the fact that we're going to be hitting to episode 3. In this case, in this main story campaign, this might actually be the grand finale of this particular main story. Well, it wasn't the true final episode just yet, though, for the entirety of the Let's Play, because I'm sure enough there's going to be still more to come for this point. So even then, though, yeah, we're about to get started right there, but he forms F episode 3, and as you can tell, the actual color of the font is now different, and also the opening sequence is entirely different as well. Because you remember back in the very end of episode 2, how the fact of the matter is though, is the fact that we did technically save Captain Toad, but then all it turns out is the fact that Wingo did manage to able to actually blow Captain Toad off the actual Battle Tower Blitz, and then as a result, he ended up in the actual cavern. So even then though, that although the entire structure is very much exactly the same, although the only difference is the fact that the entire settings is being drastically different. So yeah, if you manage to go from here, because of that invisible bridge, then we get ourselves the golden mushrooms. Even then though, that we finished the main level obviously, so yeah, and also it's quite a lot darker around here, so even then though, there's no Toadette to be followed with. It's just basically we need to go all the way up to the top of the actual cavern section. So anyways though, and speaking of Wingo, I believe, yep, he was just there for the entire time, and he still managed to kidnap Toadette, so yeah, this might be the final time we're going to be able to reach to Wingo as far as trying to finishing him goes, so that makes it pretty obvious, and even then though, that I'm pretty sure it's, you know, as you expected from every single episode. So Captain Toad Treasure Tracker 3. In this case, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker Episode 3. So, it's more likely an episodic type of syndrome like this. The Search for Toadette. So, yeah, we're about to be getting on the roll here. So, naturally, we've already got ourselves 4 levels to unlock through this time around. From the get-go, we have Rolling Inferno, Seesaw Sizzle, Beep Block Sky Plaza, and finally Pickaxe Cave Plummet. So, even then, we'll do those in chronological order. So, as per usual, that we're going to be starting things off with level 1 in episode 3, Rolling Inferno. See, Fernando, that's the main gimmick about this level, as you can see there, is the forms of the spinning obstacles. See, Fernando, if you want to get through one platform to another, then simply just able to actually hop onto this rolling obstacles here, and then every once in a while we can able to get into the other side. See, Fernando, that, yeah, that's self-explanatory right there, so. And obviously the mission objective in this level's goes is the fact that we need to collect about roughly, I would say, 70 coins, which I'm assuming so for that anyway, and also that we're still able to deal with this moving obstacle platform right there, which thankfully we don't have to worry about just constantly blowing the microphone most of the time, unlike the 3DS version and the Wii U version of the game. So, naturally speaking, that it might be a piece of cake, for those of you who ever be curious about this. And also, what makes this super piece of cake is the fact that, you know the spinning obstacles I was on about? Well, you can basically just manage to use your pointer and able to actually stop them before you're able to actually just to run straight forward. So this will be a very good idea to able to actually just use that, especially noticeable when we actually get into the, you know the time challenges I was going to be on about? Well, I'll probably explain more on that details as soon as we get to the extra videos goes. So even then though, that again, I'm probably not gonna do the time challenges for now on though, for the sake of this Let's Play, because I found the majority of the levels of time attack wise, whenever I played the Wii U version before, it can be incredibly difficult though, I will admit though right away. That's only because of how the fact that I have to utilize both the analog sticks and the stylus at the same time, or else unlike the Switch version, that the stylus is not meant to be needed this time around though, other than, you know. Level 2, Seesaw Sizzle. and I believe the mission objective, as far as this level's gimmick goes, is the fact that we need to able to use the spike enemies, so that way they're able to track the, you know, these spiked balls, and then every once in a while, then we can simply just hop into one seesaw to another. But, however, though, I'm probably not going to do that for the first attempt on this level, though, because the main mission about this level, though, is the fact that we need to able to, well, you can't afford to able to actually kill every single spikes, because if you killed any single spikes, then your mission will be failed. See, Fernando, I just want to point things out right away. So, if that's the point, then, yeah. And what makes this super easy, though, thankfully, though, is the fact that, again, if you manage to use your, Joy-Con or your Nintendo Switch Pro Controller, you can just simply aim at these spikes and able to just, you know, distract them. See, Fernando, that if you want to hold down the ZR button, then by all means you can do that. So, and I believe on the handheld mode, you can't do that, though, so you have to utilize the, you know, just the actual touchscreen itself. See, Fernando, that makes it pretty obvious there, so... Alright, so for the most part though, we finished the main level, so... Oh no! I managed to able to forgot about the third and final gem. Oh, I'm so stupid. That's pretty underwhelming for me, but on the other hand though, that we've managed to accomplish this mission now, so we need to get into this level yet again, but hopefully we'll grab the third and final gem incompletely. Well, at least case completely to that anyway. So anyways though, a few things I just want to mention about this is the fact that, originally, that, Sonic needs to get back into the forms of NES Remix 2 eventually, but, unfortunately though, how the fact of the matter is though, is the fact that you remember back in, Kirby Mouse Attack Let's Play, that, Mario did recently complete at that time, because yes, it's been quite a few days to able to actually get back into this particular Let's Play goes, even especially noticeable how the fact that, since then, we've almost nearly towards the end of the game, obviously, so even then, there's still more to come. But, the fact of the matter is, though, is the fact that, I realized about something that how the fact that, you know, the, our Wii U game data at the moment, that, unfortunately, the save files between each of the games at the moment, when it comes to doing the Let's Plays, including our own times, unfortunately, it's got corrupted. I don't know what it is, though. Is it because of the system update? I don't know, I haven't really come towards that issue, but anyways, level 3, B Block Sky Plaza. And, you remember the B Block levels from Super Mario Galaxy 2, and especially Super Mario 3D Land, and especially Super Mario 3D World. You know exactly how these levels is going to be played out. Every time when it goes like, beep, 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 like, let's say about, like, 3 or 4 times. Yeah, it's 3 times. If it beeps like 3 times, then it would able to shift between one platform to another, like the forms of the blue platforms or the red platforms. So even then, it's sometimes alternated every time when that happens. So even then, that makes it pretty obvious what this level's gimmick is, but I believe the mission on this level though is, as you can tell right there, because I'm actually going to be distracting the Fire Bro while simply just using the pointer itself. I need to able to beat this level without taking any damage. So once again, we have to utilize the level without taking any damage. So even then, well, it's been a while since we've actually done with these kinds of missions like this, ever since level 17 in episode 2 book. So hopefully everything else will be checked out there for the most part though. So anyway, actually kind of thinking about it though is that out of all the episode books that we're going to be coming towards in this game in particular, episode 3 is going to be the longest of the bunch because, well, not only because of how the fact that, well, you can definitely tell why when we actually get into level 5 and onwards. Because of that, well, the beginning portion of episode 3 is just, you know, just most like, oh, sorry, I can't speak today for this point, folks. I do apologize for that. The way the fact you're going to be playing as Captain Toad for the entirety of the beginning, but also when we get to level 5 and onwards, then, well, you might as well be able to figure it out until at some point or another. But even then, we're pretty much done with this level right there, so thankfully though I didn't get hit, so even then that's a good thing to notice for me. Now let's move on to level 4, by the forms of, well, pickaxe, clave plummets. In order to actually unlock this level, by simply we need to collect about roughly 80 of those gems. So thankfully we've got enough, then we should able to actually jump into this level entirely. So things should be able to be twice as comfortable as it used to be, so... I believe the mission objective in this level is that the fact that we can't afford to able to smash every single blocks. And that's the reason why I'm doing this level in 2 runs. Just because, well, I'm going to be going after every single gems first of all. And the second run through, I'm actually going to be doing a mission objective in this level here. So, that makes it very obvious what I'm going to be doing right there. So, yeah. I remember that back in 2015, that this might be the only level back in 2015, although sadly it's no longer there just because of how the fact that, well, the commentary sucks, and also by the forms of how the fact that you can't really hear my voice very well. But apart from that though, I think this might be the only level alongside with, I would say levels 4 through 9 or 8, I don't know which, depends on what levels I was going to be entering in the forms of the Wii U version of the game back in the day. Sometimes my video and my audio doesn't sync up each other, so even though that, well, thankfully though, at least the proper, better version of this Let's Play, in the forms of the 2018 redo Let's Play of this game, thankfully though, it's all, comes together with the forms of, you know, the audio and the video capture recording, gameplay footage does sync up together, so even though I'm really glad about that, so... Anyways though, you want to able to destroy these blocks from the left just because of, not only because of the pickaxe, and also because of the third and final gem, so... And, yeah, that's what I can really tell by this point, so even though that's not that big of a, challenge to the level. The only time it makes it very tricky though is the fact that, you know, these mud troopers, they appeared all over the place when it comes to different, sections of the cave itself. So we're gonna have to utilize the forms of the pickaxe in order to actually deal the damage of them. Or you can just simply just use the veggie or the turnip as what it's known for, then able to actually deal with them. See, even though that makes it pretty obvious there. Or simply, I don't know if you can able to distract them with the pointer, as you can tell, but even then, we'll figure this out though, until therefore I just managed to discover that for my own time here, so... Anyway though. So yeah, because of that though, today was actually forms of the 28th of July, so that means we've slowly come towards the end of July already. I can't believe we're actually going ridiculously fast with these days. But even then though, aside from that though, we've only got about, like, let's just say about roughly 5 more days to go until the next set of Let's Play marathons we're going to be doing throughout. But it's going to be just on 1 month only. So that just like in the forms of Sonic's Game Gear Marathon back in during last year, but except it's going to be just most accurately focusing on Mega Man, because the thing is because of how the fact that recently the Dreaming Cartoon Network, in the forms of, I would say America or the internationals or something like that, usually the cartoon series is called, oh, okay. Okay then, before I get into this however though, we got ourselves even more Coins Glory right there, which is basically, it's like a level 3 incarnation of the forms of Coins Glory series. So even then though, that first of all we've got, well, in the first episode we've got is Coins Glory, and episode 2 we've got is more Coins Glory, and now in episode 3 we've got even more Coins Glory. So even then though, that could be explained for later though. So even then though, as usual, we're going to be doing a pickaxe version of this first. Or almost barely grab 400 coins or more than that. Oh well, at least I tried though anyway. I didn't even care. But hey, at least it's good for actually grinding for more 1-ups though. So even then I've almost had to 30 1-ups. The search for Captain Toad. And as you can tell, now we've got Toadette's icon. This means we can now able to play as her in any single levels throughout for her perspective. So Stompy Springs Sanctuary. And right off the bat though, we've got dropped by Wingo, so, I mean, what's this? He got like a tax services or something like that? I don't even know about that. Maybe he was like, well, second thought, your next stop is going to be at the Forest Nature, so I'll pick you back up into the forms of the later down the road until like, I don't know, 11 during the night? I don't know. Maybe he's just there for the sake of, like, just trying to drop Toadette off, and then you'll just, like, pay a ton of cash and all that stuff, or some gold, or... Well, he doesn't really care about gems, though, because he always cares is just... All he cares is just power stars and coins, or precious gold. I will admit, though, right away. Oh yeah, I should probably explain about this actually. It's the fact that I'm pretty sure Sonic hasn't mentioned about this ever since in NES Remix 2 Let's Play. That recently, when it comes to UK version of the game, including Australian version today, that, WarioWare Gold for the Nintendo 3DS has justly recently released yesterday in our country, and also by the informs of today for Australia countries. So even then, when it comes to Japan and North America, well, they're gonna have to wait until about like next Friday or next Thursday for Japan's perspective. So if that's the point, then well, you can definitely expect to see how this will turn out. So anyways though, and the mission objective, as you can tell from this level's gimmick, is the fact that when it comes to level 5 anyway, is that we need to find, once again, finding the goddamn golden mushrooms. So even then though that, you can definitely tell why. We're going to be grabbing a lot of golden mushrooms here. So even then though that, yeah. Aside from that, back into what I was saying, by the informs of the Mega Man Fully Charged TV series, it will able to actually get started until when it gets to August the 5th. So even then though, I'm really looking forward to able to watching those particular series, alongside with the informs of the upcoming Mega Man 11 on the PlayStation 4 and all that, which even then, I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm pumped for it. And even then, I'm really looking forward to able to do the Mega Man Marathon, just because of the Mega Man Fully Charged TV series is about to be starting, and also by the informs of the Mega Man 11's celebration. So, anyways though, so we have level 6, Betty Bud, Snow Stroll, and also KG Concore, Caper, Up and Down Desert, and Minecart Ruins Rumble. So, yeah, let's get started by the informs of level 6. Betty Bud Snow Stroll. I might as well do the mission objective first before you're able to get the gems out of the way. So even then though, that because of that, I'm actually going to be very careful right there, because sorry, I can't speak today folks, I really do apologize for that. For this mission objective anyway though, is the fact that in this level's case, is the fact that you can't afford to break any tiles from the top portion of the level. Because of that though, if you break one single tile, then you pretty much failed this mission entirely. Luckily though, these little putty butts, enemies, do actually guide you where you're supposed to go. So even then though, this should make it a little bit more easier when it comes to this mission objectives goes. So even then though, that could be expected for this appreciation. So anyways though, now let's go back into this level again, but this time we're about to be grabbing the these 3 gems obviously. So I did not meant to go in here just because, well, sometimes it gets a little bit more perplexing for the most part though, and again, thankfully though, we don't have to worry about the informs of the blowing microphone platform like that. I think this might be actually be the only bottomless pit level that usually retains itself, because you know the moving platforms right there, they usually constantly goes up and down for the entirety of the time, unlike the microphone platforms from, you know, Super Mario 3D World, especially with Captain Toad Treasure Tracker on the Wii U and the Nintendo 3DS, because, you know, both of those systems had to utilize the microphone, you know, built into them with it. So, I did not meant to go there, but on the good side though, it's the fact that we get ourselves the 3rd and final gem right here. In addition to that though, we can actually hop into this little platform over there, so that way we can actually get back on track here. So, I'm pretty sure I know exactly where I'm going to be going here, so I need to be very careful right there, so just in case I don't fall into the actual tiles or anything like that, or breakable tiles, I will admit that right away. And there we go. Now we finished up the main level, but this time with the forms of the 2nd attempt, and also by the forms of these 3 gems that I've managed to obtain. So, there we go then. So yeah, unfortunately though, actually, before I get to this, however though, Stage 7, KG Kong Door Caper. What's this? We're trapped inside the actual cage? It may look like it. But anyways though, aside from that though, unfortunately though, for Sonic though anyway, that, unfortunately though, that the forms of NES Remix 2 Let's Play, unfortunately that particular continuation of that Let's Play is going to be delayed at some point in either September or October. This is most likely because of how the fact of our Wii U save data has been corrupted. So even then though, that we can able to actually get back into where, well, most likely Sonic needs to get back into where he left off. and then as a result, that he could able to get back into that game until when everything else is sorting things out. This means you're actually going to be doing a redo challenges in the forms of Warriors Woods, and especially Dr. Mario, especially. So that maybe seems the case. So yeah, good luck for him. Now, as a result, that not only that you know, Sonic might actually come back into NES Remix 2, he might as well come back into. Oh, you gotta be kidding me! He might actually go ahead and get back into Sonic and All Stars Racing Transformed for the Let's Play for the sake of it, because after all, that you know, Team Sonic Racing has recently announced during a couple of weeks ago now. So, expecting, I'm really looking forward to it, and screw that Condor. I was really close to the end too. Well, thankfully though, this level won't be as long as it used to be. In fact, you can able to actually just breezing for this level without even like, focusing on other side things or something like that. So even then though, I can expect it, I can able to finish the level as normal, so yeah, I can expect that. You can potentially try to deal with that Condor enemy from, you know, top to bottom right there, but I just don't know why I just managed to skip over that, so, because I'm in a rush here, so I think that's what I'm always constantly be doing throughout, so, and thankfully though, I did not get hit this time around though, so that's the only good thing, and I realized I don't have any coins with me, so even then though, well, hopefully we can get some more coins, especially noticeable with the forms of the mission objective requirement. And by the way, well, the mission objective in this level's concerning with is the fact that we need to able to obtain, obviously, the golden mushrooms. So even then, once again, we have to do a little bit of a golden mushroom hunting for once. So even then, we can able to get from this side and able to obtain not only 50 coins for our disposal, but also by the forms of the golden mushroom itself. So yeah, it only took me about 2 attempts on this level though, if I don't die though, and I should able to accomplish this level within just one single attempt. So, I think that makes it obvious there. So, level 8, Up and Down Desert. I believe this is the one we have to deal with the P-switches, so even then though, that could be expecting so. So, yeah, this is going to be the amazing trick I was going to be performing to this point, because even then, you can definitely tell why when we actually get to this later portion of this level here. So, I believe the mission objective in this level, as you can tell right there, is the fact that we need to only activate the switches for about 8 times. So even then though, that if you use more than that with the switches mechanic, you're probably going to end up failing this mission entirely. So even then though, we'll just have to stick with it or cope with it. And we'll just do this. And this is a trick I was trying to talk about. You know, when you can't afford to able to actually activate the button or anything like that? Well, I can just simply hopefully just try to squeeze through the actual gap in a diagonal way. And that way, I should able to actually not only get the 3rd and final gem, but also able to actually help by the fact that I can able to actually finish the entirety of the mission. So, like, if we get to right about now, only use the switches 8 times. So, naturally, it's a really great way for me, though, personally, so that I can able to actually finish this mission very, very easily. Now we move on to level 9, which is the forms of Minecart Ruins Rumble. In order to actually unlock this level, is by simply we need to gather about 100 gems. So, we got 32 above from the usual number, so that way we can able to move on. So, let's get to it. As you might expect with this level's, you know, this level's gimmicks goes, it's just basically another minecart level. So even then, it's been a long while since we actually get into the minecart levels ever since during in episode 2. But this time around though, it's going to be in the spooky themes, instead of like, well, a traditional cavern level or anything else without relatable. So yeah, you get the idea. I believe the mission objective in this level is concerned might be one of the more difficult challenges or the difficult missions we're going to have to come across into, because you know the 1-up mushrooms that you can able to rarely get because of how the fact that although the only time you get 1-ups is the forms of obviously obtaining the 1-up mushroom, but also by the forms of just obtain as many coins as possible, thanks to the forms of you know, because coins are literally everywhere in this game, and also by the forms of, you know, just trying to obtain them for the bonus games. So I really do apologize if I was, like, yawning, so that might be rude, mind you. Because of that, though, I was recording this quite late during the actual late night. So I really must confess about this right about now. But even then, though, I can at least I'm most well able to cope with this. I'm hoping for anyway. Okay, so now let's go ahead and just continue on, and hopefully we're able to actually bypass those mud troopers, because you know that way we can able to actually walk past them. And right off the get-go, there's the first gem right at the almost at the middle portion of the level, I think. See, Fernando, that might be seems a little bit of an odd length when it comes to that decisions-wise. So let's go ahead and just obtain the diamond, or the gem rather. And the second gem is going to be at these mud troopers here. So Fernando, we have to activate the power block before we do anything. And well, for the most part, everything else checks out there. Well, the only difficult part about this level to me, though, was definitely able to obtain a 1-up mushroom itself, because it was literally right over there. But normally you can able to actually activate the power block, and you have to aim very, very accurate and very quickly too, before you're able to actually obtain a 1-up mushroom, because if you don't obtain that just in time, you will lose it entirely, and in order to actually just manage to do this mission again, it's just simply able to actually quit it for any forms of the past menu. So yeah, that makes it a little bit more of a the more trickier missions throughout the majority of the game so far. So even then though, that might be some little bit more consumption to that. So what's really weird about the pausing menu in the forms of the Wii U, the 3DS versions, that normally you simply press the start button, or in this case in the Wii U version you press the plus button. But in the Switch version, you only press is just the minus button, which I found is kind of a little bit strange. So able to actually get used to at that point. So, anyways, though, we got even more coins glory again, but this time we're most well able to deal with the double cherry version of this. So even then, though, hopefully we'll get ourselves a chance here. Alright, so hopefully we'll get ourselves a chance here. So yay, some more coins for glory even. So even then we'll gather as many coins by the forms of the tower of coins here. And eventually we get ourselves 354 coins. I don't think I got that higher enough compared to the first attempt, because that honor goes to the pickaxe section. And yeah, that's what I can really think about. So next of all we're going to be hitting to is Captain Toad's Trials. And just like before, we get ourselves this particular sequence once again. I believe this might actually be the final time we're going to be seeing these particular sequences like this. So yeah, you get the idea. Exact same animation, and even especially noticeable, the exact same, well, at least as far as this scene goes, the only major difference is because of the environment's changed, and also by the forms of, well, just the lighting in general. So yeah, with that being said, after this sequence is done, then we can actually move on to another 4 unlockable stages. We have multi-Volta Mayhem. So even then, let's get into level 10. I think I'm actually gonna do 2 more levels in this video, and then eventually in the next video, I'm also able to do even more levels. So don't worry, we'll get to that point. So anyways though, I believe the mission objective, especially noticeable with this level's gimmick goes, is the fact that we need to utilize the double cherry power-ups. Even then though, that hopefully we can able to duplicate ourselves, just in case for the sake of like just trying to able to actually complete the level as normal. So even then though, that is also quite multitasking too if you want to do a mission objective in this level, because the main objective in this well, the mission objective in this level goes is that we need to able to keep ourselves 5 Captain Toads at all times. Means that we need to able to obtain 4 double cherry power-ups. Even though if we manage to obtain 4 of them, then we expected to able to actually gather about like 5 Captain Toads / Toadettes, whatever things that may actually be more discussed upon. So even though everything else will be just as fully jolly and pretty much for the sake of everything. So alright, so let's go ahead and just grab another double cherry here, and hopefully we might as well able to, you know, again, I really do apologize if my voice is going a little bit odd recently, because I was so tired. Because of that though, hopefully we might as well get ourselves a little bit of a better day throughout, and even then though that, yeah. Alright, so here's the first gem right there. So, expecting so for that anyway. And now we need to gather those 4 Captain Toads from this number 4 platform, in case of not only to be able to reach at the very end of a level by simply just obtaining the yellow power star, but also by the forms of the 2nd gem. But on the other hand though, where's the 3rd and final gem? Well, we need to drop down from here, and we can hopefully expecting that we could able to unplug this particular vine right there, and that way we should able to get the 3rd and final gem as you expected. But on the other hand though, we need to be very careful right there. If you master able to try to do the mission objective, you know exactly what I mean by that. But even then though, we need to able to very carefully try to get on top of the forms of number 4 platform. And then as a result, then we could potentially try to able to get onto that very, very carefully. I'm not sure if that's going to work though, because I could expecting, that one of my clones did manage to get clipped through that, which I don't know why that's been happening. I'm really hoping that will count by the forms of the mission objective though, because if it doesn't, then I will have to redo the entire level again by simply just able to do a lot of busy work basically. Please tell me I've managed to complete it. Oh, thank goodness. I wasn't expecting that, but I'll take it. Alright, so level 11, flip panel footpath. So, you know those flip panels from the forms of, Super Mario 3D Land and Mario Party the Top 100. No, not the Top 100. I keep on saying that game. Mario Party Island Tour for the 3DS. We got ourselves these particular, flip panels makes a return. And just like the forms of those 2 games, well, it will actually just lend you, it'll just simply just guide you to the forms of the actual, just for a simple purpose of the forms of the actual obstacles themselves. Well, granted though, in Super Mario 3D Lands, that it will just simply just guide you from the actual level. But in Mario Party Island Tour, you can just simply just do a little bit of a racing competition with the forms of, Hover, Panic, or just, I don't know what that minigame is called now, because it's been a long while since I've actually, played Mario Party Island Tour, because I was really, pumped up for Super Mario Party in the forms of the Nintendo Switch at the moment. So, speaking of Super Mario Party, you know Super Mario, no, I keep on saying that. You know Mario Party Legacy.com, that, normally he'll actually keep in track of the updates and all that stuff. Well, turns out he actually did have got ourselves a bit of an update from the actual website, that, he now recently put ourselves, Super Mario Party onto the actual Mario Party's, games catalog. So even though that makes everything else checked out there. So, it's been 6 years since I actually just keep on looking at Mario Party Legacy.com ever since, well, in 2011 or 2012. I'm pretty sure it's 2011 because when Mario Party 9 starts to shine, then that's how I usually think about it anyway. Alright, so the mission objective in this level is to simply we need to obtain about 45 coins, and that's about it. So, yeah, with that being said, folks, we're going to have to end things off here for this point here, I'm afraid. So join me next time on Let's Play Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. Instead, we're going to be hitting to level 12 and some future levels and onwards, starting with the forms of Rock Block Badlands. So, this level can be very interesting in some fashionable way, but we'll find out soon enough. See you for now, see you guys next time. Later, fellas. See you guys then.